So we've been using the tours for both our rental properties as well as our sale properties, with a lot of people finding that they can get a good feel for the property prior to coming through and having a look. So with a tenancy point of view, we are getting a lot of the time tenants from out of state or out of town who are looking at the virtual tour and being comfortable enough to apply for the property to lease at that stage, which means the applications come in a lot quicker and therefore we can lease the properties faster with a lower time on market. With the rental properties, we also use it for our ingoing inspection reports, which gives us good functionality, but we found that the transparency that gives us for a property is just unparalleled. We can give the tenants an absolute snapshot of the property when they're moving in, and then at the time they're vacating the property, we can recreate that tour and give them back a virtual tour of the property as it was the day they moved in. So it has cut down a lot of that argument where tenants are saying that the property wasn't in that condition when they moved in. It really takes that whole argument off the table and enables us to have a really transparent, both with the landlords as well as the tenants, a situation when they're moving out, and we can truly get the property back to the original condition.
I'm finding it's extremely beneficial for the tenant inspection side within my business. So applications on properties from people that can't physically be here, but by seeing that virtual tour, they can comfortably put an application in and I can continue that conversation with them afterwards.
We use it as an entry condition report for every single property that we do. It doesn't replace the written entry condition report, it works in conjunction. We've actually had to take significantly less photos because the virtual tours actually put everything in the property into perspective. So at that point in time, we're taking photos of damage or items that need to be taken photos of, as opposed to taking a photo of every single thing for the sake of it.
Really improves our leasing efficiency, and it gives us the point of difference where I can say to a prospective owner, we're the only agent in Perth right now that can show you a property 24/7 while all the other agents are asleep.
Use virtual tours in property marketing, and I believe that give me an amazing edge, an advantage over my competitors. Now, for my clients, it allows me to really truly show their property and how it presents, and more importantly, it allows tenants to prioritise my listings over the next ones.
In terms of doing our ingoing inspection or entry condition reports, we find this to be really time saving. So we used to probably spend about 4 hours just at the property, note taking and things like that. Whereas now with our virtual tour, we can sit in our office and we can create a transcript from the virtual tour, and it's quite quick. So I would say that our 4 hours is now halved at least to 2 hours, and then just a quick round of photos after that.
Our property managers aren't necessarily the ones that go to site all the time. We have field services that go to site for our office a lot, and so the PMs, whilst they haven't been there, they can still see exactly what the property looks like, and they can look through the virtual tour and assess anything that they want to see themselves. So look, huge range of really practical applications for the product.
If you've got a property that's got some maintenance issues and you're trying to explain this to your owner, perhaps the photo doesn't really tell the full picture, you can go through and get a walkthrough of the property, and you can point out all the areas of concern, the areas that are maybe holding tenants back from applying, or areas that are holding them back from getting the maximum possible rent. If you can capture their property and give them that experience like they're there remotely, it's a really good way. We've definitely used it a few times for getting owners to make some basic remedial repairs to improve rentability of the properties.
The tenants love it because they can go and look at the inspections. You don't have to go and do 50 inspections in a week and do them all separately, because tenants can pretty much look at the house and see if they like it or not, and by the time they get there, they're qualified. And they pretty much would, want to rent it themselves. I know that everyone's asking us, how long does it take? These 9 people, they've been empty some of these have been empty for 2 months, right? They're like, Eddie, how long does it take for you guys to rent the house? It takes us a week to a week and a half, because we take professional photos, 360 tours. These things can do videos as well if you want to do the videos. We upload them, tenants love it. They send in online applications before even looking at the damn property, and then we lease them, but we don't want them to look at it. But then we lease them so quickly we gain new management.
So our leasing efficiency has improved dramatically. We don't have to show the property as often anymore. Tenants now are really information hungry, so they want to be able to see a floor plan. They want to go through the property, and they can do that from home, so we can kind of weed out people the property's not going to be suitable for. So we know the people that are coming through, that they already know everything about the property. Coming in and seeing it is a formality. So I suppose if you're opening the door and you're getting people in who already know everything and they're coming in, they're more likely to take it. So we don't have to keep going back to the same property time after time after time.
One of the best has been actually our BDMs. It's a physical point of difference at a listing presentation. You know, our BDMs can say, look, one of the things we do for every single property is a virtual tour. Here it is, here's what it looks like. And points of difference are increasingly difficult to come by. And for me, the reason I love that point of difference is because it's one that we've got proof of. And that's really substantial for us.